you. Do I have my slides? So I just realized that this is pretty late, and I'm quite amazed to see so many people here because, I wouldn't stay that long. It's interesting because I was asked to speak about how do we make money with app, but the reality is that we don't. Right now we are still in the pre-revenue phase, or actually we are starting to make money in Israel. I will tell you a little bit about Waze and then a little bit more about how we make money. And I think that maybe at the end of the day you will find out that this could be very useful for you if you are driving on a regular basis. So you can think of Waze as taking Wikipedia and Facebook and putting that in the car and then empowering the drivers to share information, and in particular, how fast you are going wherever you are, right? And so, to a certain extent, the rule of engagement is that you as a driver will show me yours, and I will show you everyone else's, right? Your speed. The idea or the concept is that we create a social network of drivers, and all the content that is being generated by the drivers, and it's for the drivers. And the focus of the application is on the daily commute. So not navigation. Navigation is something that we are doing when we don't know how to get to a place. But on our daily commute, there are many things that frustrate us. And by far, traffic is number one. And if you're stuck in traffic like that, there are only two things that you care about, maybe three. One is what's going on, and then how bad is it, and maybe there is a way out. And with Waze, we are trying to create a way out for you. And the idea is that, again, we share all the information between all the drivers. This is a real example in Los Angeles. Los Angeles has more vehicles than any other city in the Western world. And essentially, the route that was supposed to go all the way up on the 405, basically the application figured out based on the other drivers that there are better alternatives or faster route to go there. And the result is that the Waze application will take you off the highway, which in traffic is the only question that we care about, right? Should I get off the highway or not? This is the only question that we need to answer eventually. And a route that was supposed to take an hour and 10 minutes actually ended up in 26 minutes going from Los Angeles in the busy hour to Hollywood. Street level was pretty much clear, and when we were going there, we were driving at 44 miles per hour on the streets, and based on that, we were able to get there on time and much faster. In average, we save a driver about 5 minutes a day. So if you aggregate that on the 8 million drivers that we have and times that by 13 times a month that they are using that, that's about 2 million hours of traffic jams that we are saving the members of, or the drivers of the Waze application. Part of what we are doing is that we generate all the content, including the maps, based on where drivers are actually driving. So, if you have a single driver that is driving, we collect GPS traces, and when there are a few of them, we collect GPS traces all over. And when there are quite a lot of them, you can actually figure out that this is starting to look like a map, right? The thing there in the circle in the middle would be a traffic circle, and you can see the differences between main roads and local streets. And if there is a place that there are 100 people going one direction and no one going the other direction, that will be one-way street. If 100 people going that direction and only 5 going the other way, that will be one-way street in Tel Aviv. This is how we actually create the maps. This is not a complete map. We make it a complete map by enabling the community to use the online tools and the map editing tools that we have on the PC that enables them to provide names, to provide additional attributes to the map and create a completion of the map. One thing that is very, very interesting about this map is that this map is actually created in real time. So if you are the first person to drive in a specific place, you would actually create the road as you drive. And every other driver will see that road on their map the next morning. And so, for example, if there is constructions or new interchange or new road that is being opened, then that will be on the map the next morning. Now, we have about 50,000 map editors that is actually creating the map and helping the rest of the drivers to have fresh and updated map. If on top of this map someone is driving slow, then we can actually figure out that there is a traffic jam there. And the more people that we have, obviously they're driving in different directions and different places, we can actually create the real-time reflection of what's going on the roadways. Essentially create traffic map, create road map, create driver information that is becoming very valuable for a single driver. And then obviously route people around that. Let's see if this one works. No, okay, so a little bit of the background of the company. We started in Israel. We launched the service in Israel at the beginning of 2009, and then we launched the rest of the world at 2 years ago, November 2009. We have about 8 million drivers globally now. But the figures in Israel are very interesting. So we have about 1.5 million users or registered users in Israel. And Israel is a small place. It's the size of Massachusetts or that order of magnitude. And so this is about 20% of the population. During the busy hour, there will be 1 out of 5 vehicles would be using Waze. And obviously, it gives us a very, very good picture of what's going on the roadways. 5,000 new drivers every day. And then we have about 600,000 unique active users that are driving with the application on a regular basis, 14 times a month, and 31 minutes in average. Now, you can start to figure out that if I have a driver that is captured audience in the car, he is not going anywhere, 14 times a month, 31 minutes every time, then I can actually, and I'm delivering a lot of value to them, then I can actually figure out ways to monetize the application as they use that. 100% of them are drivers and having smartphones. And essentially, what we are doing, we monetize the application based on advertisements that are specific for drivers. Foursquare were here earlier. In the location-based advertisement, if there is a Starbucks behind me, then this is excellent, right? All I have to do is turn around and walk there, and I'm there, right? But if you are driving and there is a gas station 20 miles down the road, this could be valuable for you. If there is a gas station 50 feet behind you, it's not relevant anymore. And so essentially what we are trying to do is bring drivers to the point of sale, and we create that through a few methods. One of them is that we create branded pins on the map, and so we create awareness of the branded pins. We create of the advertisers. We provide the location, and then if you click on that, then you can actually go and see additional details, and in particular, you can say, take me there, right? Get me the route to get to the specific location. We have about 6% of the drivers actually click to drive. So if they are looking into something and they are selecting that, that icon or that branded pins on the map, they are actually going to the place in a very high conversion rate. So all of these brands are using our application to advertise their brand in Israel. So there are coffee places, there are parking lots, there are banks, there are supermarkets, there are pharmacies, there are restaurants, gas stations, pretty much most of them. Some of them are less relevant, right? If you are Avis, then what do I do with you? You are already in the car, but they're still there. Essentially, so initially we started with you only can have your branded pins on the map. The next phase is actually promotion. So if you want to provide a specific promotion, we know how to take this promotion and make it relevant to drivers. So for example, we can pop up the promotion only when you're stuck in traffic, and we know that you are stuck in traffic, and then we pop up the promotion for you. We know your route, we know your patterns of use, we know where you are going, and we can actually make relevant association with you that are based on your destination, that are based on your previous experience, that are based on your how far away is that in route. And based on that, we can actually create some promotions. examples of promotions, yeah, well, if you read Hebrew, then you can actually read that, but these are real examples. Some of them, and again, we started with trying different things, 50% discount on coffee and different things. All those turns out to be less successful. What turns out to be very successful is giving something away for free. So a gas station, if they will give you free coffee, then this could be a good reason or a good enough reason for you to stop there and you know, get a free coffee, but at the same time refuel your vehicle. And so we started that. We have seen what's worked, what doesn't work. And then what we are actually offering is the branded pins concept that you actually on the map or being on the map, the promotions and the coupons, and then search for specific things that you have seen on the map. And the last thing is groups of a branded group. So for example, if you are if you want to promote loyalty programs, then you can actually create a group of drivers that are associated with the group, get specific promotions with the group. One of the key questions that I'm always being asked is there enough money in advertisement? And the reality is that up to a year ago, I thought that there isn't enough, is that we will need to do other mechanisms of generating revenues, perhaps freemium, perhaps one of the things that we generate is traffic information and map data, so perhaps we will need to go ahead and sell those. But as we started to explore that, turns out that there is a lot of value in being very specific for drivers. I think someone wants to tell us that it's dinner time, or you know, I'm pretty sure that dinner and party is much more interesting than Waze. So you know, so a year ago I thought that there isn't enough value in there. But as soon as we started and we saw that actually what we do is we bring drivers to the point of sale, and we do that in a fashion that drivers perceive that as additional value to them, right? So it's a promotion, it's something that they would like to know, that there are a few of those along the way, that there is a Starbucks around the corner, or there is a gas station you know, down the road or 15 miles away, and that turns out to be valuable for them. And we kind of find the sweet spot between what drivers perceive to be valuable for them and what generates a lot of real traffic into real point of sale. So it's not about mobile advertisement, it's about bringing drivers to the point of sale.